Now, the question is, where would you put your money? Last night, Juan Soto, this guy has been unbelievable. And these prices, if you're looking at awards futures, they vacillate all over the place because a guy can have a great night like Juan Soto did, 2 home runs for the Pinstripes last night. So his odds have shortened. Now he's at plus 250. He is your favorite to win AL MVP, followed by Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge, who has quietly had a great season, started off really slow, but now he's coming on as well. Gunnar Henderson is 5-1. Kyle Tucker 7-1. Adley Rutschman for the O's 35-1. Soto the favorite. I get why, but is there the value that you want, Chelsea?
Probably not. You at least want to wait till he has a bit of a cold stretch. It's kind of crazy to me that these odds change so much overnight when this is a long form sample size sport. Baseball plays 162 regular season games. So you're telling me one game in the grand scheme of things is really going to make that big of a difference? Like, I understand if you hit 2 home runs or if you hit like 4 home runs, I guess. But still, I don't think that that's it doesn't feel like it actually matches the sample size of the season. Because you've got to remember, we are still in May. It feels like you shouldn't be taking favorites at this time in the year. Mm-hmm. But when you look at Juan Soto, it's not like he has not proven himself over the course of his career, because I think that's what you're looking for. For guys that have gone off to hot starts, can they keep this up for the rest of the season? Can't we agree that Juan Soto is one of the best hitters in all of baseball? So I feel like from a pure hitting perspective, Juan Soto can certainly keep this up. He plays at Yankee Stadium that's extremely home run friendly, because that's what you're looking for as well when it comes to MVP. That is the sexy stat that everybody wants to see. They want to see the home runs. But again, it's May 23rd. Anything can happen, and even the best players in baseball can get hurt. So I think buyer beware when it comes to placing futures this early on in the season. But the reason for him being the favorite is because they just had the straw poll when it came to the MVP race. They poll the writers and kind of take their temperature on who's going to win the MVP. And right now, it is Juan Soto that has gotten 28 first place votes. So that's the reason he's your favorite. But again, it is May 23rd.
Yeah, it's really early. But man, what a show he has put on. And he was talking about how he loves his Dominican fans because he's Dominican in right field. I got a buddy of mine, my friend Joe, and he's Dominican. He's like the biggest Juan Soto fan ever. And he's always been a Yankees fan, so this is like a dream come true. He has been awesome early on for the Yankees. But to your point, it is early. We have a lot of baseball left. We're, 30 games into the season, so plenty of baseball left to play. Let's look at the National League, Chelsea. Mookie Betts continues to pace the leaders here at plus 165. Shohei Ohtani is plus 350. William Contreras from the Brew Crew, 8-1. Bryce Harper, 12-1. We're talking about how quickly these markets move. Fernando Tatis Jr. was 14-1 before he went to bed last night. He's 20-1 today.
Didn't you just take a strikeout under going against them? Like, wasn't it Jared Jones that his line was 7.5 last night? So we see the same line tonight on Paul Skeens, even though I would say Paul Skeens' strikeout stuff is a little more electric than Jared Jones. So right now, the over 7.5 is even money. Under 7.5 strikeouts is minus 145. So you referenced some of these strikeout numbers for the Giants in your handicap yesterday. Giants sitting bottom 10 in strikeout percentage in a good way, only striking out 21% of the time. So, Jenks, would you dare take a strikeout under when it comes to Paul Skeens, maybe banking on the fact that maybe he doesn't go deep in this game?
He won't go deep. No way. So I kind of like that play just by virtue of the fact that the Pirates, they're not going to necessarily put him in bubble wrap, but the last thing you want to do is overextend this guy. So I don't know how his career will evolve, but the last thing you want to see is the Pirates saying, dude, this guy's pitching one-hit baseball, no-hit baseball. Let's let him go 7, 8, 9 innings. You just can't do that, at least not yet in his career. As young as he is, as great as he potentially is going to be, which we think he's going to be, and as hard as he throws. I know you want to see a guy go the distance. I certainly want to see that. I miss the days when guys would go deep into games, and there would be a lot of complete games in Major League Baseball. We've certainly got away from that over the past couple decades or whatever. But ultimately, you have to protect this guy's arm. So if you want to go under there based on the fact that he probably goes 6 innings at the absolute most, I don't mind that.
I think I would be too nervous to do it though. With somebody with this good of strikeout stuff, because look at his first start. He only went 4 innings, but still struck out 7. And that was his first start in the major leagues. The second one went 6 innings, struck out 11. So I know the Giants don't strike out a ton, but still they haven't seen his stuff. And there's a chance that we see Paul Skeens for at least 5. Like he has 18 strikeouts in 10 innings of work. So he is averaging more than a strikeout per inning. So I know it's a high number, but I'm a little too nervous to take the under. So I will be staying away for that reason. Let's go to New York. The Yankees and the Mariners squaring off. New York favorites at home, -145, total of 8.5 here. Luis Castillo squaring off with Luis Heel. Jenks, I feel like we have played this series before, and to me it smells like an under of some sort. Whether it's a first 5, whether it's a full game. It also should be noted this is 7:35 a.m. first pitch. So, Jenks, all aboard the under train with me?
Yep. I played it this morning. I found it under 9 at -155. That's right. I'm laying the juice. You like the juice?
This is such a funny dynamic because this is exactly how I imagined it going down. Because you've seen it. So many players on the PGA Tour are friends. And they see each other all the time. Like, you know, there are friendships that are bound to happen. So I was thinking to myself, there has to be a group chat. And even better, they have the mugshot as the group picture for the group chat. This is just so good, Jenks. I laughed so hard looking at some of these memes. And I feel like it makes Scotty Scheffler way more interesting.
Yeah, I love the fact that they have a group chat, and I think it speaks to why we were all so stunned in the first place, because even his fellow competitors, his friends know this is universally regarded as one of the most mild-mannered guys in sports, and particularly in the game of golf. So I just love the fact that they're giving him a hard time, and it also speaks to the idea, and certainly we don't have all the evidence, so we don't know how this is going to go down, but it just seems like the antithesis of who Scotty Scheffler is. And the fact that his guys are like, we're going to give you a hard time because we know this isn't like you. It doesn't seem like anything that you do. I think eventually, and we've heard reports that eventually these charges will be dropped. We're still waiting to see if that will happen or not. But they don't seem concerned at all that Scotty might be in some sort of trouble here because they know him, and it seems like something that would not happen at all to Scotty Scheffler. If you told me, hey, John Daly was arrested, I was like, oh, was he? Okay. But I'd be like, did he have a wing in his mouth when it happened? Was he cuffed? Did he have a cigarette hanging off his lips? That would make sense to me. But for Scotty Scheffler, it just doesn't seem to square with his personality.
Right. That's why it was just so funny. And the fact that he shot a 66 after stretching in the jail cell. Like, that's one of the all-time quotes that they're going to use in the legacy of Scotty Scheffler, because it's already been a great ride for Scotty. He has been absolutely dominant. And the fact that he still had a pretty good tournament. Like, I know he didn't win, and he was the favorite, but still, he has to come out the other end of this probably even stronger than before, because this has to do something for your confidence. When you can go through this type of adversity and succeed pretty well.